Feeler definitely ended me in ways that I cannot explain to y'all. Like, it is probably the best episode I've watched. But today we'll be talking about Alya's character in Revealer and was her reaction justifiable? And the question being, like, generally speaking, was Alya in the wrong for reacting in the way she was to Marinette? Because this has actually been a very much a hot topic to many people on Twitter and on Miraculous TikTok. It is best that you have context to what I'm talking about here. In the scene where Alya finds out that Marinette basically lied to everyone about Gabriel being a hero, she dead stares Marinette and basically gets Marinette alone to talk about why she would lie. She first asks that, does Cat Noir know? She says no. Then Alya clearly states to her that this lie will bite her in the back. Like, it is not her right to decide what Adrien should or should not know. And it's not her right as well. She should not be the one to tell him that his father was not a hero. Marinette should be. Now here's the kicker. I generally believe that Alya's reaction was justifiable, because imagine if you found out that your best friend was lying to your other friend about his own dad, being a literal villain. She got rightfully angry, and not to mention of the fact that she found this out from a literal Akuma attack. What was she supposed to do? And she looked past her anger and decided to hear Marinette out to see what she had to say. And then she clearly tells her that it's not her right to keep this big secret, because this is not her secret to keep. That quite literally also shows that she is quite literally emotionally intelligent and is probably a clear communicator, and tells her that she is wrong. And that's being a good friend, because do people generally think being a good friend is just being nice and caring and never telling your friend that you're wrong in a situation? That's generally my question to y'all. Like, do you think Alya is not allowed to tell Marinette that she's wrong in certain circumstances, because she is allowed to tell her it? Because Marinette's human. Because what Alya is mad at, to me, is not because of Marinette lying to everyone. She's mad at why would she just decide, like, why is she the one to decide what he should know and what he should not know? Because at the end of the day, is that her right? No. It's Adrien's right, and I think I've said that multiple times, but truly, it's Adrien's right. Okay, I'm sorry, but when I mean by who has the right to know, basically, I mean, generally speaking, like, Marinette does not have the right to know, but, like, she does know. So what do I mean when I say Adrien deserves the right to know? I mean, like, all these people keeping it away from him are wrong. I generally believe that Marinette's not the only partially the one to be blamed for this entire situation. I generally believe everyone involved should be blamed, especially Natalie. Like, I truly believe she could have convinced Marinette not to lie to Adrien, but then she simply said nothing. And so I think Natalie was definitely in the wrong, but then Marinette was so bent on keeping this a secret. Like, she was the one who came up with the idea of keeping it away from him, which makes me think, like, the truth is only gonna hurt more, because number one, Adrien had his entire life people making decisions for him, thinking he can't make decisions for himself, which he totally can and totally should. I generally believe that, Marinette was manipulated by Gabriel, which led to her wanting to lie, because after he said this, he quite literally died. So not really a good startup, to say the least. But honestly, you could understand both perspectives if you understand the context. You can understand that Alya was pissed off because this is just a lie that she can't come up with who decides who deserves to know. Not to mention, she has created a full elaborate story to go on with her lie. I generally believe that story that she told in the London special will come and bite her in the back. I truly believe it. And just like how I can understand Marinette's perspective, I can understand Alya's perspective. I understand that Marinette had to lie because she felt like she needed to lie. Because what started off as a selfish decision turned into a selfish one. It became less about Adrien but more to protect herself. And I don't think she's a terrible person for making that decision. It makes her more human. And I also think logically Marinette's known to keep things hidden. However, she sees that as the right thing, and because at the end of Revealer, she makes that subconscious choice of lying, not to protect Adrien but to protect herself from that guilt. Because from lying to him, she's gonna hurt herself more in the process. She saw what happened when Alya found out. She knows that her best friend will not back her up on this choice. And from seeing that will make her more sure in her head and more indecisive when telling the truth. And when the truth comes out, her justification will be taking the blame off herself to save her from that guilt. She's gonna probably start saying that Gabriel was the one who told her so, and she's gonna try to deflect the blame. And now, since she didn't want to tell the truth, she shares the amount of blame. Because Marinette knows if she told Adrien the truth, she would lose him. Again, what I'm saying is that from not telling him, she's protecting herself from the consequences of that lie. That's why a selfish decision turned into a selfish one. Tying this back to Alya. Alya, after the akumatized villain was defeated, was gonna tell Adrien the truth. However, she left the choice up to Marinette because it's her secret to carry. And Alya hopes that Marinette will tell him by doing the right thing, which later leads Alya to getting her memories wiped from everything she learned from Cat Noir. I loved Revealer so much, and now I would love to hear your thoughts about the episode. Do you agree with what I said? Do you think Alya made the right decision? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions, and thank you so much for watching this video.